Alright. Hello everybody, so today I'm going to go completely off script because we're doing another episode of my... Wait. So this is my normal Let's Play world, but there's a bit of a difference. I'm not just playing on my Let's Play world as I do normally. You can see my add-on with the combat is a bit more smooth than usual. I think there's something up on this. This is better. Okay, so now we're back on the Bedrock Edition of Minecraft. So earlier, I was playing on this survival world on Javer Edition. So basically, I have decided to split my series into two different things. So to make the series a bit more unique and creative, I am going to do a new thing that I'm going to try out, where every episode we're going to, like every other episode, we are going to switch editions. So, like, for this episode, which this isn't an episode, but next episode will be on Bedrock Edition. The one after will be played on the Java Edition world, and eventually I'm going to make the two more separate from each other, but they're also going to have core mechanics. So, I'll be able to change up something with my enchantments on my gear on the Bedrock Edition, with things such as over-enchantment add-ons that allow me to have things like Sharpness X or Unbreaking X, while on the Java Edition, I will be playing with data packs that allow me to have new enchants or things like that. So overall, they're going to have the same sort of functions, same mobs, things like that, but they're just going to be on a different version of the game. I actually willingly play Bedrock Edition over Java, but I wanted to do something like this so I could get used to both versions of the game and get a good taste of the two. I also think that I get to experiment around with a lot more of the combat, different things of the game, as I do want a lot of information for when I do eventually make a video about the parity issues between Java Edition and Bedrock Edition. So I really do think this will be a good idea, and I genuinely hope that you guys are going to have fun watching this. We'll do more things, and there's certainly a lot of content to cover, because whenever I ported over the world, my coordinates in the nether, while they weren't exactly changed, things weren't, the chunks are still there, I just kind of lost my coordinates. They're different now. So now we have to start out in a different location in the other dimensions, and this should add a really fun aspect to the game. So not only will I be playing with new locations, despite this being the same core world, I will also be playing around with new enchantments and things of that such to fight all these monsters with. So I can also do some variation in my builds. If I want to eventually fix this highway, which I will, I could add a more futuristic feel to this one on the Bedrock Edition, and I could give it a more rustic, like old, sort of broken down feel. So, before we actually get around to 1.18 tomorrow, I was going to try and dig the rest of my farm project, but I don't think that'll happen, which is why I made this hole near my cow farm that we can use to go into the new chunks. So we will have new chunks under here on Bedrock and Java, so I will have these lower coordinate deep slate chunks be different on both of them, and I might be able to play far more different features and make more unique builds because they'll be different. So it's the same core world, but it's still different in a lot of ways, that it's still fun. For example, not a good one, but hey, there's 2 red sheep in my sheep pit here. There's not that many red sheep in my Java Edition version of this world. Or, hey, there's a sign that says Bedrock Edition, so you know it's Bedrock Edition here. I have signs with dead memes on them in this one. I have a lot that can show you the difference, and they just look different too, so you won't see the massive wall of text from my weapons. The trophy room also looks significantly different in the Java Edition. And all of these features I will be showing off whenever I start doing Let's Play episodes on the different versions. I'm not going to spoil all of it here. I want all of that to be covered naturally in its own content. I'm also going to try and throttle it back on things like my own enchantments, putting those on. I want to get the first few on camera, and show you guys how the functions work so I can start putting them on myself later on. And I could pop up in the next video and say, I have this new enchantment on my sword, let's check it out. Rather than, you know, having to record myself grinding all the progress for them. Another thing you might be asking, what about the copper golems here? What am I going to do with these little guys that are very, very, very important to my videos? Well, I have already found a data pack that lets me do the exact same thing that I do on here. Now, of course, all of these packs and everything I'm using in this video will be credited in the description of each new video, so if it's on Java or Bedrock, no matter what, I will leave the link crediting the add-ons I play with. So there's no need to worry about that. Another thing you might be asking, well, what about the enchantment? How are you going to balance X being on? I don't think X is that bad, and compared to the different enchants I can get on the other version, it's pretty balanced out. Another thing you could be asking is, what are you going to do whenever the combat update comes out? Are you going to keep using the add-on? No, I'm not going to. It's as simple as that. So, why data packs instead of mods? Data packs can be used on any version, and if they're incompatible, it lets you know. Meanwhile, mods have to be made specifically for that version. And I am a very stubborn Bedrock player and for the backwards compatibility of the mods that are out. I also have made my shield on Java Edition which I am using now because I do not have the add-on installed, so it's not automatically putting it over to the custom shield. I have this shield here, normally, and it's also on the Java Edition, but I also have another one that has a banner on it, so it looks a little bit different. Anyways, overall, I hope you guys enjoy these changes, and I really hope this makes the series a lot more fun going forward. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.